Very good afternoon. Now we are going to talk about ecologism, central themes of ecologism. Actually, we want to continue our discussion because we started long ago. What is ecologism and what are how was it evalu evalu evaluate evaluated? Then also, uh, we want to know about bit we want to know about central themes of ecologism, right? We discussed about ecology. Then after wholesome sustainability, then we have to talk about environmental ethics and as well as self-actualization. So we just finished ecology, wholesome, and we have to talk about sustainability, environmental ethics, and self-actualization. Yeah, sustainability. Sustainability means, in very simply, can you see the bullets? Conventional political ideologies and philosophies, they understood environment as an economic resource, right? Uh, but ecologists thought that we want to use this resource in a sustainable way. It means we have to protect our environment for the benefit of future generation, for the benefit of others, right? Especially Herman Daly in 1974, he brought the concept about growth mania. It means uh, we want to have development, we want to have growth, we want to have economic growth, we want to have social development. But if it is becoming a disease like a mania, then it becomes a growth mania. So, if we have a disease or mental illness like growth mania, then we are ready to, or we are eager to destroy our environment. We are eager to uh, pass consuming of our environment. That's what ecologists they do not like to see. Actually, they want to protect, they want to preserve our environment for the benefit of future generation and the others. According to their perspective, the earth is like spaceship, right? Spaceship. It means the ship which is sail on the space, uh, like our ships which are sailing on the sea. So, on the other hand, it means that the ship it doesn't have enough resources like fuel and other human and physical resources. While using those resources are reducing, right? Likewise, spaceship, if we think about our Earth like a spaceship, so we are having resources. If we continuously use those resources, one day the resources will be vanished. So that's what they advised us, ecologists advised us to use these resources uh, in a sustainable way, right? It means carefully we have to use our natural resources, otherwise they will be vanished within a very short period. So then, to do that, we should have environmental ethics, ethics which are related with our environment. right? But our previous, I mean, old political ideologies and philosophies, they just focused on utilitarianism, which was coined by Jeremy Bentham, the most prominent liberalist in our past. Jeremy Bentham, utilitarianism. It means we have to use economic resources, natural resources, to maximize our satisfaction, right? So, but we know that as the result of maximus usage of economic and natural resources, we are having problem. We are facing a lot of problems. So other thing is that when we are talking about environmental ethics, we can do a lot of things. For example, while we are having small items like lipstick, cutters, scents, so all these things are harmful for our environment. While we are using these things, we are damaging our environment. If we can stop the usage of these kind of things, so then we can protect our environment. Likewise, so sometimes we like to have some kind of things which are made by wood, sometimes skin from the skin of the animals, like tigers or something like that, tortoise or something like that. We are having a case of spectacles which are made by the skin of the tortoise, right? So we are having that type of passions. So rather wearing specs, having a very plain frame, we would like to have wear specs which is having uh, tortoisist framework. So that becomes a passion, right? So just having some materialistic things, mats and others. So we want to have luxurious house and good chairs and other things to live. But our passions, which are trending this, which are having trend in these days, they will harm our environment. If we kill uh, the tigers and others, then the breed of tigers and their density will be decreased very short period, right? So we have to protect those animals and our environments. So to do that, we should have ethics, ethical way of life, ethical point of our life. Otherwise, we cannot protect our environment, right? We should have environmental friendly life, right? Another example, normally we are in our university premises. So think about within a day, how many of items we are using and expose them to our environment. How many of items, pen, then pencil cases, plastic items, polythenes, right? Then after shoes, plastic mixed shoes, then a brand, bangers. So bangers, there are many, right? So we are exposing those things to our environment. Especially we are going to canteen and having lunch. Sometimes we have a lunch sheet. Sometimes we are using lunch sheet. For or other, on the other hand, when you're going to the shops or boutique, then the shop owners or the owners of the boutique, they will give our stuffs within a shopping bag. So then we brought it to our hostel, then just drop it to our uh, dustbin, right? Every day, how many students, how many of us, including you and me, are doing this? Then after, can you imagine the garbage, I mean plastic and polythene garbage we can collect in within a one day, within a 1 week, once a month, right? So if we stop using these kind of things, then uh, we can we can develop our ethics, which are uh, related with related with our environment. Other thing is that we can we can show it to the others. We can do it as a passion. If we can use what is called a non-plastic or non-polythene bag, so if we can use it uh, in another way, cloth bags or something like that, or paper bag or something like that, if we can use those things, we can help environment. We can develop our environment. We can protect our environment within the premises of Belihuloy, right? Likewise, if we think this way, if we practice in this way, then we can bring those ideas to our home and our village or our hometown. Then, because we are the educated person of this country, right? Many people are looking towards us. So if we start this thing as a passion, start to use I mean, start to stop plastic bags and polythene bags, then we can uh, we can do it as a passion. Then others, they will follow us, right? They will follow us. They also will not use polythene bag and plastic bags. Instead of that, they will use alternatives, right? So then, uh, doing this way, we can learn ecologism as well as we can practice it in our day-to-day life, right? So on the other hand, we can protect our country, our village, our hometown, our home for a long time without plastic and polythene free, right? It is not no need to impose laws and regulations by the government. We can do it as a community. We can do it as a young generation. So you are the young blood of this country. You are the cream of our community, right? So we can initiate that type of social program, social movement, right? Showing our passion to the others, right? Just like just being a environment protector, right? In that way we can do it. Then the second one, self actualization. Self actualization, you can see the bullets. Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I think you all heard about that hierarchy of needs, which was introduced by Abraham Maslow. It places the need for esteem and self-actualization above matter of economic needs. There are hierarchy of needs. According to Abraham Maslow, self-actualization is on the top. Economic needs and other material uh, requirements are below the self-actualization. According to post-materialist context, conditions of material security breed ecologistical and acoustical attitudes, interest in post-material quality of life issues. It means self-actualization means the just for self-interest, self-interest or uh, uh, just for self enjoyment actually, right? Just for our happiness. Mindfulness, I've heard the word mindfulness. So sometimes for example, we are very hungry, we are in very hungry, right? We are very hungry now. We got something, some food to eat or drink. So just we saw that there's another person which showing big or something like that, but we feel that he or she is feeling or is suffering so much of hungry. We just feel that he or she is very much of hungry, suffering from hungry than me. Then what we can do? Sometimes we can eat our food or drink our drink, or sometimes we feel that it's better. I'm also hungry. I'm also having hungry, but it is better if I can offer this food or drink to that particular person. Most of us, what we are doing, we just go to that person and offer our food or drink to that particular person without drinking or without eating, without having our food. Still we are in our hungry situation. We can we will sometimes we will provide our we will offer our food or drink to that particular person. By doing that, we are having happiness, right? Happiness, it cannot be measurable. It cannot measurable. It cannot measure, and it cannot be measurable, right? So but you know that, I think you can understand what I mean. uh, we are having happiness, but it is something like new for us. It is not always with us. That kind of happiness is not always with us. It is not always with us, right? So having that type of happiness, we can manage our hungry situation as well. I think you might have this kind of experience. So that type of happiness is called self-actualization, mindfulness. If we can, we are trying to continue it. We are trying to continue that type of. We like to have that type of happiness continuously, right? So that is called, that type of things can be called as self-actualization. It is something like moral happiness, rather fulfilling personal materialistic happiness. Right. According to ecologist perspective, we should have that type of mentality to protect our environment, to protect animals which are surrounding us. Right? If you don't have that type of mentality, it is very difficult to protect. It is very difficult to safeguard our environment, animals. Right? It is very difficult to be in a person who is having the concept of ahimsa. You know the word ahimsa, or vegetarian, right? So that's the meaning of self-actualization, which is coined by ecologist. That's what I'm suggesting. We are learning this kind of ideologies and philosophies, right? Theories, but I would like to suggest we should learn these things not for the exams, not for the having marks at the exams. We should learn these things for our life. We should learn these things to shape our lives. We should learn these things to shape our families. We should learn these things to change our society. We should learn these things to change our community, right? We should learn these things for the benefit of all environment. Without doing that, without doing that type of practices, without being a part of our environment, without being a part of the community which is protecting environment, right? The learning is useless. If we learn all these things to protect our environment, if we learn these things to change the mindset and mindset and behavior of our community, then we can easily pass the examination. So that's the most challengeable part, right? We should learn ideologies, then we have to practice it for the benefit of our community, not for the harmfulness of our community, for the benefit of our community, right? So now I'm going to stop talking about ecologism. So if you have any questions, comments, and clarifications, this is time for you. You can ask anything regarding our discussion. Senali,
Yes, sir.
any questions, ideas, or comments from your side?
No, sir.
Really? No, any idea?
No.
Shamila, thank you, Shanali. Shamila?
Sir.
Yes, any idea from your side? You are studying geography, you are coming from Hindu community, right? You might have a lot of ideas about this. Can you add something?
No, sir.
How can you see the environmental protection? What we can do as students or community members? What we can do? Anything?
Sir?
Anything from your side?
At the moment, I have no idea, sir.
Oh my God. Then what about Saranga? I think Saranga, she's having connection problems. Saranga, please you can type, you can use chat box to convey your message and idea, right? Saranga. Then Darshini.
Sir,
Yes, anything? Can you add something?
no, sir.
Because you are coming from Hindu community, I mean, they are very much nature lovers, no? Hindu
Yeah,
people in the world, they are living with nature. So can you add something from that perspective?
no, sir, not yet.
Oh my God. I mean, we have to learn all these things to our life, not for the exam, not only for the exams, right? We have to learn all these things to practice, to we have to bring our concepts and theories into day-to-day practice of our life. Without doing these things, without doing that, uh, our learning, I think, it will not be useful. Okay, thank you, Darshi. Then the Sankalpani.
No problem, sir, but I like the topic and the subject.
Yes, yes. Why you are having interest about this topic?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
has a nice garden, sir, with lots of flowers. That's why.
Sorry.
Sankalpani has a nice garden with lots of flowers.
Oh, it means your home.
Yes, she has
Oh,
found.
okay.
Not
Why?
mine, Sankalpani.
Okay. Why she's not showing that beautiful garden to everyone?
Now can't say because it's raining now.
Okay. But another time, please show it us. I think all of our friends, we would like to see it. What are the flowers do you have in your garden?
Lot of flowers have, sir.
Then can you name few of them?
Uh, Anthurium,
Okay.
orchids,
Okay. Number
roses,
of orchids.
roses, and we call kudalu.
Roses, kudalu, and what others?
And lot of things. I don't know name.
Okay. Who is maintaining the garden?
I and my mother.
Okay, good. That's what I'm suggesting. We are talking about environment and environmental protection, right? That's one aspect. I mean, making a good garden, beautiful garden, creating a beautiful garden, that's one aspect. So if we have a small space, even in our upstairs or somewhere else, so we can cultivate seeds and we can cultivate plants. So then also by doing that we can add something to the protection of our environment, right? So that's why I want to highlight ecologism is not just for the examination, it is for our life, it is for our day-to-day life, it is for the practice of our day-to-day life. Thank you very much, Senali, highlighting that point, and Sankalpani uh, organizing wonderful garden.
There are not only flowers and we have a
She
huge.
has a pond also and a small lake, something.
Oh, then
And
what
she
else?
has everything. It's so nice.
Okay, please show it. I mean, take our few photos and post it, right? So then others, by doing that, others will follow. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I want to highlight. As
yeah,
academia and educated community, whatever the things we are doing, the others will follow. So in that way, we can change the mindset of our society. We can pull them into the position to protect our environment. Right? Thank you very much, Sankalpani. Thank you so much. Then,
thank you.
yes, Mohanambal. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Please add something. Add your idea about to the development of our discussion. If your connection is not stable, please you can use the chat box. One number you can type it and use the chat box. I think it is very difficult to hear your voice. Yeah, earlier it was clear. Now it is very difficult to hear. Please use the chat box so then we can see it and I can share your idea with others. Right? To have a personal growth and spiritual awareness, we have to have this kind of mentality. We have to have this type of practices. We have to have this type of uh, living behavior to protect our environment. So thank you very much for your kind participation and listening and adding your valuable ideas. Right? I'm very much lucky to have your ideas. So I am eager to know about your comments and also ideas and your point of views. So please, if you can contribute each and every time, right? So thank you very much. We will meet again in our next class tomorrow. Now we are going to, I'm going to stop. Thank you very much for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.